Hello, welcome, and thank you so much for being here on this beautiful evening. I am so grateful to God for leading me to this day. My family is here today, except with the exception of my brother, who is on tour in Austin, Texas, and may join via Zoom as he can, and my father, who may join as well at some point on Zoom, and he is in Cali, Colombia. I miss and love my mother and my nephew every single day, but I know they are joining from heaven and all around cheering me on. I am grateful that it is an October day for many reasons. First of all, it is Hispanic Heritage Month. I am of Colombian and Irish descent. So I have a bit of a temper problem, but I just blame it on that, so I'm sorry. But anyway, so also the weather is not too hot, not too cold, and finally October is my birthday month. I was born next Saturday, October 12th. You haven't been born yet? I mean, I'm here, but yeah. Okay. Some of you don't know me, some know me peripherally, and some of you know me a little too well. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Diana, and you are about to find out a little more. I manifested this day. The men in my life, however, probably didn't. I started this memoir about 20 years ago and finished it about 8 years ago. During one of my many unemployment periods, which are covered in the book, when the universe was not allowing me to get a good paying job, my sister, Catherine, said, just focus on the book. I was already doing that, and I decided to fully embrace the redirection, and it was then that I knew it was time to release it into the world. Mental, A Preposterous Pursuit of Love, is my love letter, but probably not in the way that you might think. It is a love letter for you as well. When I went to publish it, I had a very difficult time categorizing it and finding the keywords to best describe it. It is a memoir, but it's not just that. It's a romantic comedy, it's drama, it's suspense, it's self-help, it's educational, it should be fiction, but it's not. But the truth is, it's unclassifiable, which is very much how I want to be described. When I go to write my resume, it is always a challenge because most employers want to put you in a box, and I don't want to be. You have this specific career with these skills. The truth is, I do a lot of different things. I have had a career in financial planning and analysis and supply chain risk, but I am also a realtor with Long & Foster. I help people downsize and sell their things. I launched a styling business last year. I'm a blogger, and now I'm a published author. I am both analytical and creative. I'm right-brained and I'm left-brained. I'm unclassifiable, and I like it that way. Nice. My sisters would probably agree with that. I'd like to read a passage from my book. Help me, God help me. I said this under my breath whenever things in my life were a mess. I grabbed for them when the frequency of the I didn't see that coming moments became too much. especially in the end of 2012 when I had also been laid off for months and regularly rejected by the unemployment world. The ironic thing was I had wanted to leave my job for quite some time. I had woken up one day and saw life as Groundhog Day. The details of each day may have been slightly different, but the outcomes were the same. At least that's how it felt. Time seemed to pass for others, but for me, time both stood still and sped by. How had things come to this? I had dragged myself out of my warm, cozy, enticing bed to a stance that resembled Cro-Magnon man. The struggle was one in which I had always felt powerless, but finally prevailing, I had driven unwillingly to my job. I had portrayed the role of passionate employee, an act for which I probably wouldn't earn an Academy Award. March 22nd, 2012, a date that would be permanently burned into my brain, disrupted that cycle. Although the seeming never-ending monotony of my work life was over, the rest remained the same. In fact, my unemployment gave me more time to waste on men. I sat on my bed with the blinds closed day after day, making the same mental loops over and over again. They'd become a loud, thick fog that hung all around, suffocating, chastising, and blinding me from seeing anything else. I could only escape in the depths of sleep. I saw a constant in my life. The endless men appearing and then disappearing as if through a revolving door. In my vulnerable state, the long days led me to think of that door too often. Most of the time, I had seen a new face enter. Sometimes a ghost of the past had returned to haunt me. Other times I stared at that door only to see and hear it brush the floor as it swung around to reveal no one at all. Too many times I was told by everyone who knew me well, only you, Diana. At times this was funny to me. Other times it was demoralizing. There was something different about my life that made them say that. And yet these events never ceased to amaze me. Alone with my memories of my ridiculous experiences, I could only put my head in my hands, shaking it while laughing, though there were those who I couldn't laugh about, even through the insanity of it all. They were the men who, once memories of them popped into my mind, left me stunned with welled-up eyes as if they'd exited through that revolving door moments ago. Thank you.